Now, shifting focus to Sri Lanka, the island nation is currently in doldrums. We're seeing an economic crisis there that's never seen before. Power cuts, fuel shortage, widespread protests has brought this island nation on its knees. Now, on Sunday itself, Sri Lankan Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa met with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa amid the ongoing crisis. In fact, the Sri Lankan cabinet ministers have resigned on Sunday with immediate effect, along with the central bank governor, as the country experiences its really worst economic crisis of all time. The curbs on social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and WhatsApp lifted across Sri Lanka on Sunday. However, a curfew is in place until today, barring public movement at most places. After years of financial hardships, Sri Lanka is now marred by massive devaluation of the currency and depletion of foreign reserves. Meanwhile, the country's debt has risen to $4 billion, including $1 billion international dollars sovereign bonds. Security was beefed up in Colombo after unrest grew over repeated power cuts. Sri Lankan government has now declared damages worth 39 million rupees as protests intensified, leading to large-scale vandalism.
The opposition indeed blaming the Rajapaksa government, who's responsible for the economic decisions that they took, which led to this massive crisis. Now, what is the solution other than the resignation of the government? Because even if the government goes, how will you undo the damage which has already been done, sir?
So first and foremost, you have to permit me to give you a detailed reply. First, it is very important that we approach the international monetary institutions, ensure that we arrive at a consensus, an agreement which does not impose hardship on the people of the country. With that approach, we will have several benefits. There will be a moratorium on payments, and there will also be what you call a debt haircut. That means a reduction of your debt obligations in terms of capital and interest. In addition, it will stabilize our currency.
Sri Lanka share indeed a very good ties, diplomatic ties with India. You think India could be a greater ally, a stronger ally in this crisis time to help out the people of Sri Lanka?
Alliances with India and with other countries should not be handled in an opportunistic manner. I think we have to have a broad overarching policy of establishing good relations with friendly countries. We have to be chummy with A, B, C, D country. I think that is very, very unprofessional.
Sri Lanka share indeed a very good ties, diplomatic ties with India. You think India could be a greater ally, a stronger ally in this crisis time to help out the people of Sri Lanka?
Alliances with India and with other countries should not be handled in an opportunistic manner. I think we have...
After the economic crisis, now the political turmoil jolts this island country, Sri Lanka. Last late evening, entire cabinet in Colombo tenders resignation. There was a crucial meeting between the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and the President Gotabaya Rajapaksa. There were rumors the Prime Minister himself would tender the resignation, but lately it was the cabinet ministers, the entire cabinet, tender their resignation. Now the President is likely to appoint a new cabinet to carry out the executive decision. But in the meanwhile, the situation at ground here in Colombo and all across Sri Lanka continues to be in misery, be the suffering of the people. But here, since the curfew has been lifted, there is now a restoring of the normal life. The traffic is back on the road. The people have started going to the offices. However, the emergency that continues, under which the police has been given a different part altogether. Now, yesterday there was massive protest call all over the Sri Lanka, not only in the capital Colombo. The opposition leaders were marching from square, and from central square they were barred. The paramilitary forces were used. Even at several pockets there is massive security arrangements by the government, which claims to be maintaining the law and order. But here, since it's the suffering of the people, they are agitating, they are protesting. The fuel prices, of course, There are no fuel at all. There is no foreign reserve to import. There is a rocket high inflation, soaring inflation that is affecting the common people, and that's exactly triggered this massive agitation against the government. The crisis here at ground zero continues. Bringing you this report from Colombo with Divyana Ashutosh Mishra for India Today.